What's up, Tiger Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of the Springfield Tigers all season long. Love doing this every Tuesday night. Come on down to the Tigers table, 7 o'clock, as we preview the coming week's games and talk with players and coaches. And love being here, but I have to thank Melissa and Rob and Tiffany and Debbie for all they do for all of us at YSN and all they do for the Springfield Tigers players and coaches. Coach's Corner, proud to be joined by assistant coach who I've known a long, long time, assistant coach Bill Miller. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
What year is this for you? Let's start there.
This is year 32.
That is.
Yeah.
And it seems like yesterday. Is that fair to say?
It does. I mean, it has been a crazy, wild ride. Love every minute of it.
And you still do. I could just tell by the tone in your voice.
Yeah.
It's like it was 32 years ago.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. The kids keep you young.
Bill, we talk about this all the time. If it's not fun, then you should
get out. Yeah, you don't get paid to do that. Yeah.
Right. It's people don't understand. You have a family, which we'll get into.
Yes.
But if you're not enjoying it,
right, and
football coaches spend a lot of time that people don't realize.
Right.
It's not just a practice. It's not just game night. It's
the whole
a 7-day-a-week job.
Talk
about maybe some of the differences from years back to it is now. A lot of things have changed. Films have changed.
Well, that's probably the biggest one.
I mean, the huddle cams.
Oh, yes.
Is that a huge help?
That changes the game.
Going back to the old days when it was an 8mm camera.
Well, that's what I was playing, was the 8mm.
Okay.
At least it was VHS tape.
VHS tape after that. Yeah. And you would have to meet the other coaches and exchange films.
You exchange at a restaurant or a gas station somewhere, a halfway point, and you would do that, and then you have to bring it back and break it down.
I mean, and the day's over.
Oh, well, the day wasn't over. As a Cheney, we were there for a long time.
Cheney was a long time. Let's go back to Cheney.
Yeah.
That's where it all started for you.
Yeah, it did. He's blessed.
A lot of great memories there, a lot of great guys that you coached with.
Yes.
Talk about how that's helped you as you've grown into this coaching role, now being here at Springfield.
Well, listen, just to have a start as a young coach. Sure. I mean, out of high school, I didn't play college ball. A couple of years, then got into it. Started, cut your teeth freshman ball and JV ball, and Ron Burris, a great coach to learn off of, and to take a shot on a young guy and to show him the ropes. And I say that's where I got my chops, and I owe everything to him to start it going, and it's been a hell of a run.
Yeah, that's a great run. We're going to get into family, but I want to ask you, and I know we've talked about this when Cheney football came back.
Yeah,
that had to be a proud moment for you because Youngstown is known for football.
Yes,
and Youngstown Cheney is one of the pillars of the city football. So when you heard it was coming back, and they're doing very well. I mean, Coach Antrim. But as a Cheney Cowboy, once a Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
Yeah,
when you heard it was coming back, that had to excite you.
Yeah, you feel good about it. You still want to, even though I've moved on and I've come here, you still, at the corner of my eye, still get the newspaper and still see the scores. And, you want to see them do well. It's part of you. So you want to see them be successful. And they had a great run last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great run. A couple kids go play college, major college
absolutely.
football.
Michigan, yeah.
Right. Michigan.
And beat a good Mooney football team last week.
Yes.
So
yes.
It's awesome to hear. And I have a lot of Cheney friends that will always go back and look at the newspaper. Whether you're doing things like you are, you always go back and remember where you came from.
Exactly
and that's Bill, one of the things I'm most impressed with, you've never forgotten where you came from.
No, you got to remember your roots. It's a great route to have.
Yeah, that's an awesome route to have. So let's go, family. Talk about your wife. Your daughter's here tonight.
Yeah.
We'll get on with your son who's playing for you. Talk about people don't understand sacrifices that families make.
Well,
you coach 32 years. Let's start there.
Well, my wife is a saint. I love her to death. She, if it wasn't for her and her sacrifices, I wouldn't be doing this.
No.
I mean, she is the family. She makes it go. And, by her being able to do that and allow me to pursue a dream and have a little fun, a hobby that I really enjoy, it's, she's just a great person. She's got a great heart, and,
no doubt.
She's got that family.
That's what moms do.
That's what moms do.
They run the roost.
Yes,
they run the roles of what people don't know. You have everybody here getting on your chops a little bit. But, shout out to your wife. I've had the opportunity to get to know her. Your daughter's here.
Yes.
she's in college, that
Yes.
path. Talk about her and what she means to you.
Well, she's going the family business. She wants to be a teacher. We both are teachers, and
Absolutely.
that's something that's really cool.
Sure.
And that's the other great thing about coaching out here is she was going through the school just like my son is,
Sure.
and be a cheerleader and be part of the game on Friday nights. That's just a cool thing to be part of her world.
No doubt.
And she's a great kid, and she's like I said growing and she's ready to
Goes
take
fast.
the reins and start that
to
process
take over
herself.
the Miller process herself. You and your wife can only teach for so long.
No, that's right.
How many years in teaching?
This will be year 30.
So
we're getting to
I'm
the
at
end.
30 with the counting. We can only do this for so long.
A couple more years. That's it.
In today's crazy world, retirement seems like it's way out there.
No.
But you get a chance. You're the secondary coach, the receivers coach.
Yes.
Your son has played with you. He's there with you. I had a chance to coach my son. People don't realize, and I'm going to go twofold with this, how hard it is.
Yeah.
And also how much fun it is.
Yeah. And
is that fair to say?
It's a great thing to say. I think it's very fair to say. It is tough
because you have to be harder on your kid.
Yeah, you do.
Or you're one of those guys that's just there for your kid.
Correct.
In today's world.
Right. And you got the nail on the head. Exactly right. I do sometimes think I am tougher. And then the other thing is you got to watch. You don't want to take it home with you either.
Exactly.
You got to leave on the field.
There's many times with Daniel I can remember I'm riding home with mom because I listened to you for 2 hours. I don't want to listen to it anymore.
Right.
So it's tough on your son, but I see a bond with the two of you.
Yes.
I'll never forget. I called the game with Quinn, the touchdown at Brookfield.
Yeah.
Those things are special.
They are.
That a lot of dad-son combos don't get a chance to do.
No. And, I talked about being in my daughter's role. Well, this is a unique situation in my son's role. Like this whole role. I mean, being able to see him
be there
on the practice and be with them and watch him grow as
and
a
he's
freshman.
Grown. Let's go there.
He has. He's grown. He has developed into
a good football player.
Yeah, a good football player. And it's great to see.
And I think that
he's worked hard.
And I think that's what gets underestimated.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the most talented.
No.
You don't have to be the most gifted.
No.
But if you work hard,
embrace your role,
embrace roles. And I'll go to you and your wife on it. I think you guys are phenomenal at pushing that. Most kids don't necessarily always get that push of if you're not the best, then you shouldn't do it.
Right.
If you're average, don't work hard to get good.
Right. It's a team
but
game.
When I've talked to him, I see that.
Yeah.
He knows roles.
He does.
He knows opportunities.
Well, we've talked. He's worked for everything he's gotten, and it's a team game. It's not an individual game, and you have to know where your role is within the team. I think he has embraced his role. I think he's helped us out.
No, there's no question. He's been a big help. They're going to play Mineral Ridge Friday night. We'll have it for you. Let's talk about this football team. I go back, and we've talked. The first 3 games are very good football game.
It's a gauntlet.
Football team. South Range and Geneva.
Yes. And Brookfield too.
And Brookfield, who scores a lot of points.
Gotten better
I did that
week.
Game, and those are some of the most talented offensive guys
certainly.
in our area.
Oh, yes.
But I go back to that as a coach. You guys knew what you were up against early.
You do.
And you also know long-term what you're trying to do.
Well, it's hard to convince that on kids. But, you knew that if you get through those games and
the
you
first
compete
3 games
and you
and
play hard,
compete. And the Geneva game was –
it was a great – you talk about a watershed
and that's a team
game.
That's
very, very good.
Going to play in the Final Four in their region probably.
I think you're probably right. Yeah, physical.
So where's this football team? And I see a team that gets better every week on both sides of the football.
I see a team doing the same thing, but I also see a team that hasn't played its best game yet. I think we're still on the rise, which is a great thing to see.
I love that you say that because, yes, that's a great thing to say. You want to play your best football.
Each every week keep getting better.
You were part of the big runs that those teams got better every week.
Right.
Now scores get a little different when you get to the playoffs.
Right.
You're not going to beat everybody by 4 touchdowns.
Right.
But you're still playing good.
You're still playing good.
Is this team on that path? I say yes.
I think the team is on this path. Yes. Like so, we have not put our best game together.
Right.
And I think the more we keep working at it, I think it's going to keep showing that. Yeah.
I see an offense that can run the ball.
Yes.
I see an offense that can throw it with Colton and the receivers that you said off air. It's one of the most deep groups that you've had. Talk about that.
Well, it's just I've been blessed to coach a lot of different kids where I've been at, and even here, and the depth isn't just the kids that you're seeing on Friday night. We have a lot of kids that could be playing a lot of the places, but just because the depth where it's at, they're in the wings here waiting, and I just keep trying to tell them just keep at it because Your time's coming. It's coming.
I love that you say that because I social media, we didn't have that back in the day.
No, we didn't. Thank goodness.
But I see that. No, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, I agree.
At YSU and class and all. But I always watched that at junior high school.
Right.
At ninth grade school.
Yes.
And eighth grade school. There's a lot of good things going on here.
There really is. Yeah. Listen, Coach Guerrero has done a great job with culture, and it's been infectious, and they're buying into it, and they're working their butts off. Not just like during the season, the off season, everything. They're getting after it, and it's showing, and it's a deep group.
Yeah, it's a deep group. I love being here every Tuesday night. Families. I guess I want to ask you that. Do you get a chance? You really probably don't get a chance to be a family guy on game night, like most families get to come and watch the game and do.
No, I don't. The thing is, I'm so used to it now. It's kind of crazy to say after 32 years. Right. But you wouldn't know what else to do
if you were. Let's go senior night. How special is that going to be?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be.
This is it.
It was tough with my daughter, and I can only imagine this is the last.
This is it.
This is
I don't think it's the last home game. I don't want to think that. I think there's. But you get one chance to get introduced with your dad and your wife.
You do. Yeah.
Has that hit home?
Hasn't hit home yet. No, I don't want it to hit home just yet. No, I got emotional with my daughter walking.
Yeah,
out.
Absolutely. But senior night, Friday night, Mineral Ridge comes to town. Mineral Ridge is a good football team.
Yes, they are a good football team. A lot of good weapons.
This last 3 or 4 weeks, you guys have gone through it.
Yes. The league has been so competitive and
very
so good.
I want to ask you. You guys look at all that. Do you look at computer rankings? Do you look at standings?
A couple of the coaches will. I personally, I don't. I just look at the next game. The next game. Everything else take care of itself. It'll all take care of itself.
Well, that's how it's going to take care of themselves. They're going to get another win. What are some of the things as an assistant coach you want to see these kids improve on?
Listen, you want to just see you watch the film on Friday or Saturday mornings, and you see what you need to work on. You work on stress at practice. You want to see the growth. If you see it at practice and you see it back on the field on film, then it's good signs. It's you see signs that these kids are getting after it and they're showing growth. And it's the little things right now, but it's these little things that we got to keep working on. Look at that big picture.
No doubt. I'm going to have Sean on. I'm going to hit you with one more thing before I let you go. But Sean said, great week of practice so far.
So far it has been.
Summer like weather.
It's been hot.
But now Tiger Nation, now Friday night, you better bundle up because
it's going to be cold and rainy.
It's going to be cold again. But Coach Miller got a new tattoo. Talk about that a little bit.
I got a new tattoo on my leg, a little clover with some inscriptions.
All right, and I asked your daughter and I asked your son if Mom gave the approval. They both said yes.
Mom gave the approval.
That's all that matters.
On both of them. I wouldn't do it if she didn't give me the approval.
Heck no, because you'd be in trouble.
That's exactly right.
Moms run the risk. Coach Miller, I've known you for so long. I appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you for
You were one of these guys at Springfield that continues the traditions. Obviously, Sean's the head coach, but
yes, he is.
I look at your staff. You, Coach Slopak, Coach Popio.
It's a great
the
staff.
younger guys.
It's a great staff.
Casey Jones, who's a young guy.
Yes.
This is a very good football staff.
It is. It's a great
Coach
staff.
Julia.
Have a lot of fun.
And I'm missing guys.
Coach Popio.
Coach, do you guys have fun?
Coach Nooch. I have so much fun. Listen, you cannot do
again, and that goes back to what we talked. You can't do it if you don't have fun.
If you don't have fun, you can't do it. So it's a staff that takes this very seriously.
Sure.
But like you said, you have fun doing it.
There has to be fun times.
And I hope the kids see that.
I think they do.
I hope they do.
It's a great group of kids. Coach Miller, best of luck Friday night.
Thank you.
No tears on senior night.
I can't promise
But we can't promise that. Enjoy every second of that.
Thank you.
Bill Miller, assistant coach here at Springfield. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.